Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a rare Monday afternoon meeting of the Sierra Vista City Council for a special meeting for July 26, 2021. And I'll call the meeting to order. Mrs. Adams, may we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Rick Mueller,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Rachel Gray,
Present.
Councilmember William Benning,
Present.
Councilmember Gregory Johnson,
Present.
Councilmember Angelica Landry,
Present.
Councilmember Mark Rodriguez,
Present.
Councilmember Carolyn Humphrey.
Present.
Mr. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Adams. Item number 1, acceptance of the agenda. Dr. Landry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that the agenda for special city council meeting of July 26, 2021 be approved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any corrections, additions, etc. for the agenda? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Thank you very much. We now go to a public hearing. We're required to, by Arizona state law, to have a public hearing for the budget totals of the FY 2021-22 budget. And at this time, I'll open the meeting to the public. I have received no paperwork saying anybody would like to speak to us tonight. I also see nobody in the audience jumping up madly to come talk to us about this. So if there's no objections, I'll close the meeting to the public. And then we'll move on to item number 2. Ms. Osborne. For the discussion of the proposed FY 21-22 property tax levy.
Mayor and members of council, in accordance with state statute, the city is holding a public hearing on the property tax levy. The proposed primary property tax levy rate is .1108 per $100 of assessed value, which will generate an estimated $377,145 this fiscal year. The slight increase in total property tax revenue from the previous fiscal years is due to the new construction. So the Arizona Department of Revenue provides the FY22 property tax levy rate and total collection amount to the city. The rate was adjusted slightly higher in fiscal year 22 due to a decrease in valuation of taxable property. So the amount paid by citizens in FY22 remains the same as amount paid in FY21. State law refers to an actual total property levy collection amount when determining a property tax increase and whether a truth in taxation requirements need to be met. For this proposed new rate, the city is not required to publish truth in taxation notices for the property tax levy, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
So basically what you're telling us is the property tax levy we get, it's basically 2 years old. It's based on the 2-year-old evaluations.
Correct. There is a lag.
And while the
in
rate
this.
may go up slightly, the total cost to the property owner is the same.
Correct.
Okay. Everybody got that? That was a little
Yes, sir.
little curious as to how that happened. But again, we're talking about data that's 2 years old because the state lags
Correct.
in the budget. So, Mr. Petichik.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, obviously there's 2 components to how much somebody pays in property taxes, the valuation and the rate. As you mentioned, there is a lag, and because of that, we're actually seeing fairly steady or declining assessed valuations leading up into this fiscal year. So we may see that again as a result of COVID. So the rate's been staying around the same then as a result, based on, housing prices and properties going up now. In a couple of years, you'll probably see assessed valuations rising, which will then result in lower rates at that time. So that's what you can kind of expect going forward.
Okay, any further discussion on this item? I just want to make sure procedurally we're doing this right. This doesn't call for a vote on item 2. The vote on item 2 will be when we do the actual budget, and the next item will be approved at that time, right? Am I on target?
Well, you'll have this public hearing, you'll have the budget vote, and then at your next regular meeting, you'll have the final vote on the property tax.
Okay. I just want to make sure we had the process down straight before we moved on. Any other questions or comments on this?
I would like to thank David Felix for getting
He put a good explanation in the reading room for us. Well, I asked for it, but it's there for everyone to see if you're interested. Because I didn't understand how the price changed at first, that it wasn't a change overall.
It wasn't changing cost, just changing rate.
Right.
Yeah, I know, it's confusing. Okay, with that, we'll move on to new business. And item number 3, Ms. Humphrey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that Resolution 2021-053, adoption of the final budget for FY 2021 through 2022, be removed from the table.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. I'd ask Mayor Pro Tem Gray to restate the resolution for us.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that Resolution 2021-053, adoption of the final budget for fiscal year 2021-2022 be approved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Do we have any staff presentation on this?
So the resolution before the council today is the adoption of the fiscal year 2021-2022 operating budget for the city, the final amount being $115,711,558. The tentative budget, as well as all state budget forms, have been posted on the city's website. We have received one phone call from a citizen with questions concerning the budget. And the final step for the budgeting process will be council meeting on August 12th, 2021 at 5 p.m. to vote on the primary property tax levy for fiscal year 2021-2022.
Questions for Ms. Osborne or further discussion? Okay, thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
With that, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Thank you very much. We'll next move on to call for the public. Once again, we don't have a lot of public here, so I'll open the meeting to the public. Seeing no one, I'll close the meeting to the public. We'll go on to comments and requests of council, and we'll start with the ladies today. Dr. Landry, anything?
I just want to wish all the teachers and students a great school year this year. And if you see a teacher, let them know that they are greatly appreciated. I think that a lot of times it's a thankless job, but they make such a big difference. So I'm wishing them all the best this year.
I have nothing. Thank you.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem? Mr. Johnson?
Nothing.
Mr. Rodriguez?
I second Angela's comment about supporting teachers and our student athletes this year. Please go ahead and do that.
Mr. Benning?
I also third, a triplet, I guess. Thank all the teachers and the administrators. So that's all, Mr. Mayor. Be blessed.
At Rotary Noon today, we had a good briefing by Dr. Holm, and we're looking forward to a very active, very participatory school year, at least within the district, and I hope it's the same way with the private schools, et cetera. And I had just one other thing. This morning, somebody was fishing while I was taking a shower at 6 a.m. They sent out an email, and basically they're asking people to go out and get gift cards and send them to a certain email, contact them on a certain email, which is not mine, quite frankly.
Your name.
And they're using my name and a false Gmail address to try to get some gift cards for whatever reason. So there's fraud out there, and if you got one of these emails on a Gmail account with my name at the head of it, disregard, because it's complete trash. Okay?
It's a staff.
So, thank you very much. You know, the pleasures of being in public office, I guess. Huh?
I was all excited you needed my help.
Okay.
$50 later.
Seeing nothing else before the council, meeting's adjourned.